Welcome to day 2 of the challenge. Today we're going to be exploring the energy of emotion. Yesterday you connected to the life force. The life force is the energy that animates your body. It animates you and gives you the vital force to do and create in life. What emotional energy does is emotional energy is the fuel that really gives you passion. It connects you into the ability to take action. And emotion is something that requires 2 components to really express and happen. It requires movement and it requires vibration or sound. So those are the 2 components of what makes an emotion an emotion. It's energy in motion through movement and sound. So if you're having a strong feeling and that feeling is not expressed through motion and sound, it's not actually an emotion, it's a strong feeling. So if you're feeling super stressed out, if you're in pain, if you are overwhelmed, you may have a feeling inside that's like, oh my God! It might be a feeling inside of, oh, this is so hard. It might be a feeling of, oh, right? That is emotion, sound and movement. But the feeling could be there, but it doesn't express through your body. And when it doesn't express through your body, that energy has to go somewhere. So where is it going to go? If I am really upset, I'm angry, and I'm in a boardroom, and I can't express the frustration I'm feeling of, I want to strangle these people, then I'm going to take that energy and I'm going to redirect it somewhere in my body to deal with later. And if I never get to it, I'm going to start to feel tension. I'm going to start to feel pain. I'm going to start to feel a tightness. I'm going to start to feel an uptightness. And we have the terms of the culture, uptight, wound up, high strung. It's this emotional energy. It's strong feelings that didn't get expressed through sound and movement. So today in the challenge, I'm going to help you connect to the energy of emotion and move that through your body with sound and movement. It's really simple. All you need is your hands, your breathing, the movement of your body, and your awareness. These are the same 4 pillars that we connected with yesterday when you connected to Life Force, but we're going to add something different today. We're going to add a little bit more movement, and we're going to add a little bit more sound. You may have made some sound naturally yesterday in the first day just because it came out as a sigh or a moan of release when you were doing the exercise. But today I'm going to ask you to do a bit more sound. And here's the thing about sound. In our culture, we are typically conditioned to not stand out, not be weird, and not make sounds that are weak, or make sounds that are overly powerful sometimes, or not make sounds that are too much, or not make sounds that are scared, or make sounds that are sad. And so when we're feeling all these strong feelings and we don't translate that into movement and sound, the emotional energy can't really move. And what I found in working in my practice for decades is that so many times people would come into me with a physical pain that they were sure was because of some mechanical thing. And they were looking for the solution from a mechanical perspective, like maybe this needs to be adjusted, maybe I need to stretch this out. And they were not really connected to that part of their body. And so the first thing I'd have them do is what we did on day 1, connect to the life force energy. Once the brain and body were more coordinated, then we would take it to the next level, which is what we're doing today in day 2 of the challenge. So connection is the first thing, but expression is the second thing. So on day 2, as we connect to emotion, we're going to express the energy through sound and movement. My goal with this exercise for you today is to help you connect to the emotional quality, the emotion that may have been underlying or maybe tied into whatever you're experiencing in your physical body. So we're moving from a more physical experience to a more emotional experience of being in the body, which liberates us and it gives us the energy to take action. So for this exercise, I'm going to have you go ahead and lay back on your back. So you can lay back on your back. So you'll lay back on your back, or if you're sitting in a chair just watching me, you can follow along. But this can also be, it's very powerful to do this laying down on a yoga mat or on a bed. And I want you to take your hands and scan your body and feel and notice, where is a place in or around my body that for some reason my hands just want to go there. They might want to go there because there's a discomfort there. They might want to go there because it actually feels good. Oftentimes, the way in, the place of connection, is a place that feels good or relaxed or open. And by connecting first, it gives us access to the system. It turns on that life force, and then we can go into places that maybe don't feel so good. So today, if you felt connected doing the life force exercise, I invite you to then explore a new area today and go a little bit deeper into a new region of your body. So scan your body and see, is there a place that's been a chronic tension place for you? Do you hold tension in your shoulders? Do you hold it around your chest? Is it in your jaw? Is it in your belly area? Is it in your solar plexus, which is this area right here in the gut area? Maybe down a little bit lower, down in just below your navel. And just do a scan with your hands and see, where do my hands feel like they want to stop right now? That feels like when I touch that area, there's something there. Emotional energy is about a charge. When we feel a strong feeling, we get that like zing, we get that trigger. It's like, oh, there's something there. So I'm gonna have you tap into that by using sound and movement and breath. So with your hands on your body, I want you to scan with your awareness deeper down in through your body. So as I breathe into this area, I want you to breathe in through your nose, expand the energy into that area underneath your hands, and then let it out. And as you let it out, notice how far down into your body you can sink here. And then do it again in through your nose, lifting up, and expand and lift a little bit more, and out through your mouth. Good. And as we breathe out this time, as you exhale, I want you to make a sound or a tone for about 2 to 3 seconds that, to your best approximation, matches the feeling or quality of whatever that area is you're touching. Now, what do you mean feeling or quality? Well, it might be a little bit of a whimper, because maybe this place was a place that we got actually injured physically, and there's a bit of like a traumatized feeling, kind of like a bird with the broken wing. It's like, oh, or a dog with the hurt paw. And it's like, really, if we really made the sound there, that sound may be more of a whimper, like, oh, and we're a really strong achiever-oriented person. So being that weak and sort of sad and pathetic person may not be what we really want to be expressing, but it may be what we're feeling. And for a lot of people, thousands of people that I've worked with over the years, it's the inability to express the sound that's really what we're feeling, and instead override that and try to make a different sound that we want to hear, or that feels more normal, or feels more like what we should be making, is what causes so much suffering, because we're not just with the experience and allowing whatever is to express. So I want to invite you to be really raw and real with yourself, to be authentic with yourself, to be compassionate with yourself, to touch yourself and experience yourself and your body with a sacredness, which really comes from honoring, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what's going on, and I'm not trying to make it be something else. Which, if we were conditioned to not be loud, to not be sad, to not be too angry, to not be all the things that we're conditioned not to be, then sometimes we lose touch with what we really are. And so I want to bring you back into presence and connection to what is the real feeling that's going on beneath maybe the layers that the body has set up as armor. So we're going to go through any armoring or protection, which is what fight or flight does. When you're in fight or flight, you're contracting, you're tensing up, your muscles are holding energy, your ligaments are holding energy, the tendons that move your muscles that are tied into the muscle movement are holding energy, the spinal cord and the nervous system is holding energy, everything starts holding energy. And the way to get that energy moving is first connect, which is what we did with the life force yesterday, and we're going to build on that by now allowing some of that energy to dissipate or move through sound and movement. So place your hands on an area of your body that maybe has been symptomatic. Maybe is a place of tension, maybe is a chronic area that just keeps nagging you, trying to get your attention. The purpose of a symptom is to get you to pay attention and make a change. But if you try to change the part of your body that you're not connected with, without first connecting, then you're doing something it's like a separate part of you that you're trying to manipulate. I don't want you to have to manipulate yourself. I want you to be connected to yourself so that you can really feel how powerful you are when you stop trying to be somewhere else or something else. So the emotion brings you back into connection to flow. It brings you into the connection to expression of what's really there. So find that place, wherever that is, that may have been calling you, nagging you, trying to get your attention, and maybe you've been overriding it, maybe you've been pushing it to the side. Today, I want you to really bring your attention inward to this place. And as you put your hands there, take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And notice, do you feel present with this part of you? Are you able to follow that breath all the way out, down, down, down through your body? For some people, it helps to visualize kind of imagine a gentle tornado almost touching down. You know, a tornado cloud kind of comes down and then the tornado touches down like a vortex touching down onto the earth. Imagine just a gentle swirl of energy that's coming off of your body, swirling down and just touching right through wherever your hands are going, wherever that place that's been symptomatic or tense for you. And place your fingertips or your hand right on that area and take a breath in through your nose. And imagine that vortex or that flow of energy going all the way through your body and coming out the other side, like another sort of tornado of energy just gently vortexing and opening up behind you. And that can help some people access the body more easily. For others, that visual doesn't help so much. It's easier just to bring your attention within, place your attention and focus right on that part of your body, and breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. And I want you to make a sound or a tone for 3 to 5 seconds that to your best approximation matches the feeling or quality of that area. And if you don't know what it is, just try a sound, because that's how you're going to find out. We're going to do different tones and sounds until we get the one that matches. You know, when you have a tuning fork and you hold that tuning fork up to another tuning fork that's calibrated with the same frequency, what happens is the tuning fork that's still starts vibrating when you hold the other tuning fork up next to it. So in a way, we're being our own tuning fork. We're bringing our awareness and we're making a sound to match, if we can, the sound of whatever vibration or tension is held in our body, which is really connecting to the energy there. So take a breath in and let it out. For me, an authentic sound right now is, that's it. I just made the sound that felt most real. For someone else, that sound may be, it may be a more peaceful sound. Someone else might go into this area and it's like, oh, there's a whole world of stuff here that I wasn't connecting to. And suddenly your brain starts registering this emotional content. Remember, emotion is energy and motion, which is motion and sound together. Those make emotion. So let's try it again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. And one more time. Expand the range now. Lift into your body a little bit more into that place, a little beyond where you were lifting, and exhale out a little bit deeper in. Make a sound. Just go for it. Some of you might be locking yourself in a bathroom or in a room because it's like, whoa, I don't make these sounds. This is super uncomfortable. This is the way into getting to the true quality of emotion that can express through you, that can liberate you, because so many times we just hold what was unexpressed and it feels so solid and real. It feels like a physical thing happening to us when actually it's energy that's been bound or consolidated into a region of our body. So this process, this second day of the challenge and connected to the emotional energy, is about connecting into this energy that's been bound up and liberating it to be able to move. And we want to move it through sound and energy by amplifying the whole range. So go into that area again. Take a breath in. Let it out. And feel the benefit of just letting it flow through you. Double the intensity of it, just for the heck of it. Make a sound that's twice as loud and twice as deep. Go ahead. You might even freak yourself out a little bit going, oh, can I be that big? Can I be that loud? Sometimes what's held in our bodies is so compressed, it's so much energy that's been held that our whole body might shake. So if you feel your body shaking, or maybe you feel some tears, or maybe you feel yourself groaning or moaning like it almost took on a life of its own because that energy just starts moving, invite it to kind of take over. Invite it to move wherever it needs to move. So if I'm going right into let's say I injured my shoulder and I'm connecting to that part of my shoulder and I just gently breathe into it, I make the sound, Suddenly I feel energy start to go into my neck. I started to feel it go into my arm. I start to feel it go into my body, down my spine a little bit. You might even kind of gently stretch now into that area and make a sound as you stretch, like, oh. Again, you're not stretching out of the experience. I invite you to melt into the experience and let your body start to give you a route to go. Your body will tell you. Some people do this and find that just breathing, allowing the sound to express, is so foreign to them that it's like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something that I wasn't ever allowed to do, and it's so weird, but it feels good because it's you, and it's you being free with yourself to express yourself. This is building on the foundation from day one of connection, and now we're connected, we're plugged in. The tires have landed on the road and there's traction, and now we're going to use that traction and expand it. Breathe into the area, whatever that area is. You can even try different areas. So maybe you've been working right now, you've been touching a place that's been symptomatic, but maybe you go to a different area of your body that feels good. We can amplify the feeling of a quality in our body that feels peaceful or it feels really free. So I might go to my area here. For me, it's like right now, it's my heart. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna imagine this vortex, kind of swirl of energy going through the front and back of my heart. I'm gonna breathe into it. Draw that life force energy up through my spine, right under my hands. I'm going to expand, I'm going to lift, and then I'm going to exhale out, and I'm going to make the sound. And I'm going to enjoy exploring it. Now, what if the sound or the feeling there doesn't feel so good? What if it's like, oh, I really don't like this. Your brain has maybe created a way to dissociate or disconnect from that part of you because it was hard to be with. Be gentle, be kind, and allow yourself to just dip your toe, or in this case, your hand and your consciousness into that place. Take a breath into it. And try a different sound. Just try different ones. Maybe it's, maybe it's, Sometimes we want to allow ourselves to go bigger. And other times, we're trying to be so big in our sound that's out here that we haven't allowed ourselves to just sink into and melt into the most sensitive place. The achievers, you know what I'm talking about. We go, and leave our body behind sometimes, just get it done. Well, or you can feel all the strong feelings and take those emotions that feel like weaker or less comfortable emotions, kind of push them aside to get things done. But at some point, it will catch up to you if you're living your life disconnected from your natural expression of emotion. So I want to just invite you right now to come back to your body, use your hands, touch into that place. And if it feels like you're doing something to your body and it feels like tension is building up, that it's getting more painful, it feels uncomfortable, then it's telling you you're not connected. It's telling you you're forcing something or you're trying to make a sound or a movement without being really with it. So you can back up for a moment, go back to the exercise we did in day one, where it was just an acknowledgement that right here I feel disconnected, or right here I feel like this is really hard, or right here I feel numbed out. Sometimes you need to revisit that because you were attempting to change something still. Because this is what we do in the culture. We don't like what something feels like. We want to get to the next thing and feel better or feel different. Here I'm asking you to go right into the place that you've been maybe trying to avoid, or maybe you didn't even know you were trying to avoid. It just hurts, or it just feels tense. And so I invite you to go there with compassion and like a curiosity. Put your hands on that place. And just touch into that place. Take a breath. And notice, wow, maybe I do feel a bit disconnected. Maybe I was trying to do something to this part. As soon as you stop trying to do something to it, and you recognize that you are there, you're one with that part of you, suddenly that energy will be liberated, and now you can make the sound that's the real sound. So then you take a breath. And there will be a sense of oftentimes relief. Maybe you will feel even tears, or maybe you'll feel a groan of anger or a vibration, or maybe your body will twitch. But energy will be liberated. It'll start moving because the muscles become alive. The energy starts spreading, and you have connected to the emotion by allowing energy and movement to go through that part of your body. So I invite you to explore this. You can explore it in different parts of your body, different areas that have been symptomatic for you, or different areas that feel good and you just want to amplify that feeling by amplifying the sound and the movement there. Explore this, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the third day of the challenge, where we're going to go into the mind and how we utilize the energy tied into your mind. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you.